These are three major ways by which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is aiding and abetting insecurities in Nigeria. And when we talk of insecurities, we mean physical insecurity, and financial insecurity. Physical insecurity includes attacks by herdsmen, terrorists, by armed bandits, and so on. What do we mean by three ways? And these three ways must be noted so that subsequent rulers of Nigeria can address the three ways to resolve them and ensure that security is restored back to what it used to be, or even better than what it used to be. Yeah, because Nigeria was much securer under the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo, 1999 to 2007, than what came after. And what came after is what has been causing degeneration in security of lives and property. The Yoruba people say when a child falls, the child gets up and moves on. But if an elderly person falls, he or she gets up and look back to know what led to the fall. And so, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been aiding and abetting insecurities by sustaining the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, an unjust and avoidable war avoided by the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo. So that is one. Two, to conclude on the first one, that war against the Boko Haram Muslim community was started by Obasanjo's successor, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, in 2009. After launching a campaign of calumny against the Boko Haram Muslim community, to say that the community was demonizing Western education as haram or even as evil. But we have come to know that Boko Haram means abuse of Western education to perpetrate haram, which is what has been responsible for the retrogression of Nigeria and worsening mass abject poverty. Nigeria rulers will just cook up something to be exploiting the nation, embezzling public funds, misappropriating public funds. For instance, fuel subsidy is gone. What is fuel subsidy? Where did it go? And before you close and open your eyes, all other subsidies are gone. To where? not into electricity, not into education, not into infrastructure, because huge sums of money are borrowed, so you are borrowing, you are sinking Nigeria in debt. You say fuel subsidy is gone, all other subsidies. So that's Boko Haram. That's what the community is talking about. It's not about Western education being evil, but abuse of Western education to perpetrate evil. What is the evil? Haram. Misappropriation and embezzlement of public funds for self-aggrandizement of some individuals, religio-political leaders of Nigeria. And in the second instance, sustaining herdsmen terrorism based on grazing of cattle in agrarian fields, something that is absurd. Grazing of cattle in agrarian fields. And this was imposed on Nigeria by the late President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the immediate predecessor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of the same so-called All Progressives Congress, retrogressing Nigeria since 2015 till date. Yes, of course, I missed the point to say that although Umaru Musa Yar'Adua started the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, the war has been sustained by his successors since then till now. So, to include Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, who squandered his entire 4 years fighting the war, ravaging human lives and economic resources of Nigeria. And Muhammadu Buhari, who added herdsmen terrorism to the war. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is sustaining both the war and the herdsmen terrorism. And so that means that he doesn't really have anything to offer. Nothing to offer. Anybody who have something, we stop the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, stop herdsmen terrorism. Tinubu has not done that. He has not said he will do it, and he hasn't done it. In the third instance, Tinubu is worsening the economic situation of Nigeria, and so insecurities are mushrooming. In the mushrooming armed bandits, killing, kidnapping. Oh my God! So those are the three basic ways. How is Tinubu worsening the economic situation of Nigeria? I've said it, declaring that the non-existent fuel subsidy is gone, and even that all other subsidies are gone, yet paying workers less than minimum wage. And beyond that, sinking Nigeria in debts. So making hyperinflation to be getting even higher. So insecurities that are based on governmental policies and actions. Yes. Nigeria rulers have turned Nigeria into what she is, a nation of terrorists and armed bandits. Terrorists and mushrooming armed bandits. Looking for what to eat like scavengers. So, when you say, oh, first subsidy is gone, all other subsidies are gone. What is left for Nigeria then? For Nigerians then? What is left? So, what do you expect? What do you expect? Than mushrooming and bandits, given the circumstances created by the rulers of the land. Hmm? Yeah, hiding behind Islam and Christianity religions, prohibited by the Constitution. There shall be no state religion. Yet the rulers are criminally imposing Islam and Christianity on the nation, to the extent of removing subsidies from basic necessities of life to be funding pilgrimage boards and subsidizing pilgrimages. What can be more criminal? What can be more inhuman? What can be more insensitive? What can be more inconsiderate? What can be more barbaric? What can be more crooked and wicked? Brutality.